to excuse the mask for the day. It's so much stuff floating around in here. You can't see it. But it's like, I wanted to watch this with y'all. Yeah.
Anything positive that used to come to mind when you thought of a woman, we have dismantled, and we don't piece together the fact that dismantling our image comes with consequences. So, again, I ask you to ask yourself, why should a man want a woman in 2026? We get on the internet and we sit up and we bash men all day long. All day long, all we do is talk crap about what a man isn't doing and what a man is doing that we don't like, how we don't want to live with a man, how men are acting like females, how men aren't doing enough, men aren't giving enough, what they do isn't good enough, how they behave isn't good enough, they don't look good enough, they don't have enough money. We are just going on and on and on talking crap about men all day long. That's point one. Point two, we have totally taken the mystery away out of being a woman. Back in the day, women didn't discuss certain things. Certain things were kept between the girls. Now we've gotten online acting like the men don't process and see the same internet we do. We traded in a quick buck for our secrecy, for our mystery. You can get online and you can see how women do their hair. You can see how women do their makeup. You can see how women get cheap clothes off of Shein or wherever they get them from. Um, we we got our hygiene tips on there. We've got dating tips.
Hey,
We talk about
hygiene is super important. It's super important. Like how you smell, taste, look, and all that shit. It directly correlates to how you feel and how your surroundings are going to be. It's very, very important to me. Like we notice that off the spot. You get what I'm saying? A little too much perfume, a little too strong of a scent. You get what I'm saying? We tend to be a little bit more apprehensive towards our approach towards it. But she hitting, bro. She hitting.
what we do and don't do on the first date. We talk about all these things, just sharing every single thing about ourselves. We tell stories about our stupidity and dumb things we do. We talk about how we have no standards, and you may not think that that's what you're talking about. But when you're telling me stories about dumb stuff that you
That was
did
fast.
or
Thank you.
certain stories about
Spoil it, dirty.
situations
Yeah,
that
right.
you've been in, what you're
Yeah.
saying is I don't have standards. And most women don't have standards anyways, but that's a whole separate video coming very soon. So we get on the internet, we crap on our men, we share all of our secrets about ourselves to where they're no longer secrets anymore. What would make a man want us? Then to top it all off,
Man, I've been crushing on this girl for about 4, 5 years. And you know what I'm saying? I really wanted the real thing. I really wanted to authentically meet her. But, after talking to her all the time, I realized she's very shallow and very unsmart. You get what I'm saying? So it was best that I just subscribed to her OnlyFans for the year. And this lady, don't take it no kind of way. I ain't gonna call your name out. If you want me to, I will. But I was only interested in looking between your legs. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Because beyond that, the depth, you have to earn access to the depth of me, and I have to earn access to the depth of you. Let's continue.
all top all of that off, there's
I mean, being able to see what I wanted to see for $10 a month ain't bad, right? Can you blame me?
all this free corn everywhere. And even if you're a man where you want the real thing,
It's not
there's
free.
women on here sharing what sharing basically that they'll do anything for some dinner. There's women out here that are sleeping with men for
I got a clip for that. I got a clip for your ass. Actually, I got a story, a real quick story. The girl did a story time on me about how I went and bought her pussy pictures for $100, and she put it on TikTok. Got a couple hundred views. and then she got flew out to Atlanta and got bust down by a guy for less. Useless. But I got to clip what she's talking about.
Pav. She said she doesn't eat at Cheesecake Factory, so I took her to a five-star restaurant and she did this emoji exploding head.
Now, truth be told, some of this stuff might be a skit, but the fact of the matter is, you still have to get trading that fucking notoriety.
Then if there's one of us sleeping for men with just the smallest thing, so we're giving out all the tips, all the secrets, telling all the things
Pillow talk.
about ourselves. So there's no secrecy anymore. There's no anything anymore. What is the selling point for us? What do we bring? And you get mad when someone says, what do you bring to the table? Because we're asking men to bring so much. We
Ladies, I can bring the table. I can build the table. I built that one over there too. I am the table. You want it in wood? You want it in steel? How you want it? I can build it. I can lose it and build another one, bigger, better. It may not look like it. I'm very talented, very skilled. Very talented, very skilled. You know what I'm saying? It may not look like it, and then you might be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit apprehensive yourself towards your approach towards men nowadays because of the stigma that's out there on the internet. And you know, go ahead and believe what you want to believe. You know, we all just lonely and this and y'all just gay and all that. Oh well, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and believe that, but we don't give a fuck. We got the money. We have the leverage. We have the leverage right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in demand everywhere right now. I don't know. I think you can just look up the labor statistics and tell that. Yeah. What? Fuck ever. What? You can look. You can look up on any news network and see how many people and what their ethnicity is of who lost what last year and what those positions were in. Probably something useful. Look at the people that are the most educated and look at the people that are most in debt. Look at the people that, well, the demographic of people that receive the most money through transfer from one sex to another. Let's, let's look at these different things, and then you tell me who's the beneficiary of success to this motherfucker.
want men to do it all. We want men to still be the men of yesteryear while us not being the women of yesteryear. We don't want to cook. We don't want to clean. We don't want to provide and cater to a man's needs. We don't want to do anything but receive everything. And we want to talk down to our men. We want to mistreat our men, but it still expect them to be gentlemen and decency. And it's so funny to me how women are always online talking about how men are acting like females. And you're saying it in a derogatory way, which means you are self admitting that you know that the image of a woman is a negative thing. If you're saying that men are acting like this and it's a bad thing, that means that you're behaving badly and you know it. And you're not calling it out, you're not changing yourself. So, again, in these hard economic times, in these hard political times, in these hard, difficult, challenging spiritual times, you think that it's a good idea for a man to take on a woman? These same women who are getting online expressing how ungrateful they are, taking men's children away, putting men on child support, taking
Woo!
half of their stuff when they
I'm sorry. I get in my feelings when people start talking about child support because that shit is so unfair. You miss one payment, they coming after your license, your fishing license, your gun license, your traveling license. They coming after your passport. You feel me? They are coming after you for everything. They are going to get so much out of that, and in that they get a kickback for the funds that they do receive. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I did a video about it a year ago when it came out, and I can't remember. So I got a whole dimension of information. I'm also working. I got to rush it. That's what that people paper was for. You get the idea. That shit right there, it throws me the fuck off. Like I got child support case numbers written all over my little, got a little message board right here. You get what I'm saying? Little note board or whatever, and it's just, oh, it just rubs me the wrong way. I hate this
get divorced, just causing chaos in your
shit. And
life,
I've been through a
causing
divorce.
trauma
That
that's
divorce hurt.
that
And
you
look,
have to compete with this point. And I don't blame people.
and
I
I
don't
wasn't even the
blame
one that was wrong.
anyone. You
I
act
just caught
like,
the shit.
oh, because I have my genitalia, since I have this private part, I'm the prize. No, the prize is who's ever in demand, and women are not in demand anymore.
Didn't I just say
There's
that?
way too many of us. We've gotten online and made it clear that we're way too easy, we're way too promiscuous, we do anything strange for a little bit of change. There's literally no incentive anymore. What is the point? I would not advise any man unless you just want that. I'm not surprised if you don't want a woman. Who would? Who would? What women are out here that are worth wanting when they're
I see. I gotta disagree with that. I don't want a woman. Women are top tier if you know how to apply them appropriately to the systems that you have in place already, right? Okay, so let's say, for example, a woman can, if she's really into you, or if you really got some love, that most probably can benefit from, right? She's really going to be into your goals, your dreams, your desires, and everything like that. She's going to appeal to your most desired thing that you want. We want to have our time, right? So we really just pay for that, right? So if you can find ways to save me time, apply for this loan for me while I'm doing this, set up my tax form for this business, talk to these people, and when you got the right woman, like you can completely disarm the most powerful man in the room. Like shit you not, she can completely disarm them, and you can get the best deal. They find they find some fantastic recipes, great destination spots. They're warm at night. Certain women are nice to cuddle with and all that stuff. And it really just has to be on whatever movement that you got. You got to really have some kind of emotion. You get what I'm saying? And Mike Butterhead said in that one little clip, women are creatures of excitement. You got to keep that excitement going, right? So just going and, you know what I'm saying, doing regular shit like I'm doing, you know. But I'm excited. I'm different. Just doing regular shit like 9 to 5 and shit like that. Morning, you know, they gotta have more, and they respond to that, and they respond to that. I've noticed that, you know, over my lifetime. I'm not speaking out of my ass. I just noticed that, you know, the more fun you have with these ladies, man, the more they're willing to open up to you and add value to your life. You get what I'm saying? They're willing to be an asset to you. You get what I'm saying? If you really got that motion, then and it's reciprocal. But what you seeing on the internet now, you seeing a lot of women, they pretty much gangbang.
there's all these risks. It's all risk and little
One
to
after the
no
other.
reward. And we get on the internet and we make it, we display it every single day. When you're taking on a woman, all you're doing is taking on challenges. And the
That's a short
main
word for
reason
problems.
to still want a
Jay-Z
woman,
said
which
that
is
in
to
his
have
song,
children,
99
half of y'all
Problems.
have gotten online and made it clear that y'all don't even want to be mothers anymore. Y'all don't want to have children.
Ooh, I got a clip for that too.
New details are beginning to emerge after 4 children were found shot in a car at an Angleton gas station. A 13-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl died, an 8-year-old boy and 9-year-old girl still recovering.
Brazoria County deputies responded to an unthinkable, unimaginable tragedy.
The kid's mom, 31-year-old Oninda Romulus, is now in custody, charged with murder, and according to charging documents, gave disturbing statements to the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office investigators who spoke with her after the shooting. Court documents obtained by KHOU-11 share Romulus told investigators
So
her children
what is
were with the devil.
point? What is the point? What is the incentive? Why are we acting like we don't understand? Why are we walking around still thinking that we're the prize, thinking that
They
someone should
are if you
want us
give
when
them
we're not
utility, give
giving
them something to
anything
do.
worth wanting?
Men get
What
bored really
are
easily,
you
bro.
worth that's worth wanting? What about you is worth the risk that you come with? When you're letting all these women online represent womanhood in such a nasty way every single day, and you're in the comments condoning it, instigating it, egging it on. Yes, girl. Yes, queen. Waving your fingers.
I was gonna say I don't really see a lot of older women online trying to correct this shit, but there are some.
Praising this behavior, and you're surprised when these men don't want you besides to sleep with you. And the funny thing is, a lot of them don't even care about that anymore. Why? Because it is much
Yeah,
more
that shit
easy
boring
and
now.
enjoyable to be in your own home, please yourself if that's what you're into, and roll over
Not
and
really.
have to deal with all of the problems and issues and drama.
Somebody commented on my shit and they were just like, man, semen retention will help you. And I looked it up, man. And I mean, it's some validity to that, right? It's been about 2 weeks for me. You get what I'm saying? I ain't been laid since. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. May, June, July, August, September, September. I think it was September. I think it was in September. Last time I got laid, and honestly, I done got over my lust for people 100% honestly. Too. That shit ain't even really fun. No more. Every woman I sleep with want to have my baby. The older women, the real old women, like the 50s and 60s. And I can't see myself having no child with no woman that's beyond that age. Bro. You can't regulate your body temperature. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have a bump that rock time, a little gray, you know what I'm saying? Randomly, then we're gonna have to have a talk. It's certain category of women that I want in my presence at all times. Let's continue.
That comes with women in 2026. So please ask yourself this question. Before you go to yourself and have a pity party, I need a man. Where's the man? Men aren't the same anymore. Ask yourself, are you the same as a woman? Are you worth it? I strongly doubt it. We as a whole are diminishing our value every single day, and it's over. It's a wrap. There's no undoing it. This is what you all have decided. This is what we have decided as a whole. Live with it, deal with it, and ultimately deal with the consequences. Evolve. You've made it this way, so it's time to evolve. I love y'all. Talk to you soon.
I ain't got nothing to say. Video already too long. I ain't got nothing to say. I've almost doubled the length of the video that you ladies tighten up. Fellas, bag season, buddy. Bag season. Bag season.